One is actually way down the hallway, as we've now discovered. I am Marky T. Chocobo. If you don't know who I am, this might be your first wasabi. I just flew in. Boy, my arm's tired. No, really, I am so tired. Oh my gosh. It was my birthday yesterday, so we stayed up really late. Yeah, thank you. So we stayed up really late and everything, and then I had to pack and fly out here, and I'm like, why do I like wasabi so much? And then I was like, once you're here, you see everybody, and you're just like, I know why. You guys are freaking epic. Seriously, this is like my favorite con. I love wasabi. You guys made it so much fun last year, dancing in the hallways and the massive amount of dancing, just the laughter, the screaming. It's great. And so that's kind of the idea behind, I think, a Brony, honestly, is that I was wondering about like the appeal of bronies, and they were saying, well, you know, what's so great about bronies? What's so cool about My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic? And I'm like, everything. Have you seen the show? It was originally targeted for young girls who were like 7 years old, and instead became super popular with like the 21 to 45-year-old man. Talk about missing your demographic. They really missed the mark there. But you know, has anyone not seen the show My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic? Okay, so you're just here to know what the heck a brony is? Okay, so here's some lingo for the brony community, okay? When somebody starts going, hey, let's do winter wrap-up, it means you're about to sing.
That's my ringtone.
Oh my gosh. Winter wrap-up.
But you smile. Smile, smile.
Yeah, smile, smile, smile. The laughter song, Pinkie Pie. Yeah. But if someone goes like this, that means they want you to pound that. It's a bro hoof. And let me tell you, the weirdest phrasing I've ever in my life had to say to someone was, dude, get back here and pound me. And everyone just stared at me, and I was like, my hoof. I'm gonna show you. My little brony, my little brony. The person who created the My Little Pony theme song originally, the My Little Pony and Friends one was Anne Bryant. She's a good friend of mine. She wrote Gem of the Hologram, she wrote G.I. Joe, she wrote like, I don't know what she wrote. She wrote the themes, she wrote the Transformers theme song. The Transformers, robots in disguise. She wrote that. So I talked to her a little bit about the whole brony thing, and she's just like, I cannot believe how this has just gone off into a whole other direction, you know? But she loves the fact that all the stuff is being redone from the 80s, you know, it's bringing back the childhood for a new generation. Alright. Shayar, I love you.
It's still like you in here?
Yeah, I know, right? Those fools. If you're gonna take a picture, this is my best shot. Oh my gosh, I love it.
There you go.
So candid. They had season 1 of My Little Pony, which was epic, and people freaked out, and a lot of the things inside My Little Pony that people don't realize is all the pop culture references. There's a ton, and sometimes you miss it. Like, who is it? Doctor Hooves? You know, the whole Doctor Who reference. And does anybody know about the whole Derpy Hooves thing?
Yes.
Okay, I'm pretty angry about Derpy Hooves right now. Really angry at Derpy. Actually, I'm angry at Hasbro. I'm cool with Derpy. I love Derpy. But like, there was an episode where they kind of just didn't frame the pony correctly, so his eyes were like the wrong way. And because of it, like, everybody came up with this whole backstory that his name is Derpy Hooves, and you know, because. But then Hasbro got upset because Derpy is apparently derogatory, and so, you know, to mean a retarded person or something. And I was like, really? Like, everybody loves and worships this guy, and you're gonna take the name away? Like, you know, because they think it's a bad connotation. But there's been petitions and everything. SaveDerpy.com, I think, is one of them. Stuff like that. And they had an episode where, I think it's Rainbow Dash. Yeah, Rainbow Dash is trying to fix up something, and I can't remember what it was for. Right, she's trying to fix up City Hall. Thank you. And then Derpy Hoops tries to help, and he's like, "No, Derpy, don't," you know. And she says the name, and everyone like for that 5 seconds of like life, like everyone freaked out. It was like first it was Rainbow Dash's epic because she said Derpy, and secondly then it was just cool because it was Derpy had a name, and then they took it and redubbed it.
But it's available on the DVD that's out right now.
That's true. If you can buy the DVD right now, it is available in the original language, the original dub. The original
Already
full,
got
you
it.
know, script. I know, they fixed her eyes. I was like, seriously? You're gonna do that too? Like, what is wrong with you, Derpy's Derpy?
People sent letters to Hasbro complaining about it. They were like, "This bad for our children."
Maybe they'll name her Lily Blossom.
Right, because you know, everybody is exactly the same, and you need to accept that. And it's like, that's the message I get from Hasbro. Well, you know, we don't like that they're different, and because of that, we can't, like, focus on that. We have to focus on, you know, friendship being okay, but only if in the same exact group and if you all look alike. That's like the whole joke behind it. I mean, friendship is magic. It's supposed to be, friendship is amazing, you know, you have all these positive stories that, you know, teamwork and all this stuff gets you together, and then they take away the one character that, like, was different, like, really different. As someone said on Facebook, they're like, there are no retarded ponies in Ponyland.
What about the one that kept barking like a dog?
Yeah, really, right?
They actually did a website
And then of course,
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, Derpy started talking to us like, what about this pony? What about that pony? This is racist.
Yeah, the racist ponies. And, you know, I mean, My Little Pony has had so much exposure, especially just recently with the second season. And I think did it just end, second season?
Nope.
I haven't finished. I just moved, so I was like, I missed some episodes. I'm like, dang. And did everyone catch the iTunes blunder? Or like they released the episode like 4 days early?
Part
Yep.
7 came out where we're supposed to get the SD version of the last roundup.
We all kind of laughed at that. I was like, yeah, exactly. I mean,
This Iron Will, huh?
yeah.
Oh, you do not miss Iron Will.
I love it. I freaking love it. I mean, the show is just funny. My favorite, honestly, is Rainbow Dash because she's just so. I want to get this done and do this, but it's all spontaneous and crazy, and I feel like I can relate to that because I'm always just somewhere and nowhere at the same time, moving clouds. But like, I don't know. Does anyone here relate to like Rainbow Dash also, or is that like other than that people pointing at that guy? My gosh. We you know, Rarity is growing on me. I used to hate her.
Well, according to
I
Facebook,
did.
I think she's Fluttershy, but my girlfriend says that or Facebook says she's Rarity, but she's Fluttershy.
It's like I'm like Spike, you know. It's like, we I don't know. I mean, it's funny how people have also taken such a negative look at bronies. Like Fox News did a whole thing about bronies and how stupid they are, and the people are really just stupid. And they compared it to like these horrible analogies of things that you just don't compare to. And it was it was so bad. And then what's worse, I went to BronyCon. I happened to be in New York at the time, and they asked me if I'd go, and I said, sure, I'll go to BronyCon. So I went, and I got interviewed by Fox News, and I was talking to the guy, and I said, I saw your articles about this. I'm like, is this one going to be a really bad review of it? And he's like, no, we're starting to accept you guys. And I was like, all right. So I got interviewed by them, and it was on the news, and I got that plastered all over my Facebook. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, Marky's a brony. And just for the record, I did not voice anything on My Little Pony. Because I got so much fan mail immediately, like, filled up my box that said, who are you in My Little Pony? I'm looking for you. You sound like this guy. Are you this guy? I was like, wow.
You're background pony number 5.
Yeah. It's like I was Derpy's best friend, but they cut me. You know? I'm trying to think. Like, I know that on my actual just page itself, I said I'm a brony, and I had people curse me out. I had people actually cursing my page, like writing the worst filth I've ever seen about it, and they were just really upset. They're like, "How could you be that? You know, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that." You know, and it wasn't nice at all. I blocked them from my page. It was like, "I'm sorry," you know. The most important part of friendship is magic. It's just the fact that it's friendship, you know? You're not looking to like become this outcast. You're not looking to become something different. You're just looking to be accepted. And I think that's how everybody seems to feel. I mean, what do you guys think? I'm like, do you guys have like weird opinions about this? I mean, you know, like, do you feel like you should be cursed out because you're a brony? Like, really? You know, I was really annoyed at that. I mean, I'm larky, you know, and I go to cons and stuff, and I always talk about. I feel like Lady Gaga, you know, stop the bullying.
Haters gonna hate.
Brony, stop the bullying. I don't know. I've had way too much milk today. I'm so drunk. But I mean, it's sad that I see that these people who can't open their minds just a little bit, like, because you like a show, I'm gonna outcast you and curse you out. Like, come on. And I see people getting like, there's been bullying at schools and stuff about this. And so now it's becoming like people who watch the show, like guys, will like text each other and be like, dude, you know, we're gonna watch the something else show at 3 o'clock. Wanna come over? You know. And I think that's really sad. I just really want you guys to please, you know, promote, I guess, equality. Is the best way to put it, equality and acceptance of each other. Because, you know, we're all human beings. So the guy from Mars is in the back, but as everyone looks like. Yes, and by the way, if you have a 3DS, you can street pass me, because I have a special, like, me that I made for this con. So every con gets a different marquee me. I think this one has many years. Okay, cool. See, I'm also a yellow shirt, which helps you out and find me 1 or 2, depending.
I need a light blue shirt.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm yellow for the, oh my gosh, this is too awesome.
Hi.
I love you guys.
Addie, we love you too, darling.
Oh my gosh.
We came to join your party.
Thank gosh. I was just talking about how people have been getting bullied and stuff for bronies and things. A lot of people give it a negative connotation and shouldn't really have that, you know? It's funny, I have a bracelet I wear that says Brony on it, and I didn't wear it today because I totally forgot that I was doing a Brony panel here. So I was like, man, this sucks. But, and you guys got the whole set.
Fluttershy will be here tomorrow.
I was like, alright.
Gender ratio mandated that we have it like this. There are lots of boys here.
It's alright, it's all good. You guys look great. See me after. Alright. But, I don't know, I mean, do you guys have questions about, like, anything I could try and answer for you? I mean, wow.
Well,
I'll just keep answering, I mean, you know, really.
yeah, it's like, I think we might have mentioned it before, but we missed it. What was your first episode? Your first exposure?
Oh my gosh, my first exposure was in the 80s when I saw the original My Little Pony. I'm old. But like, I saw the original My Little Pony, and oh my gosh, I had older sisters, so that's why, like, I even got to see that. No, really, I mean, and I fell in love with the ponies, I did. And my dad was like, no, you want to be, you identify with Spike, you like Spike. I'm like, no, I like, you know, licorice split right now. And later I liked Spike after the movie. I went to the theater and saw the movie, and I was more enthusiastic about seeing it than my sister was.
When was it? When was it?
Back in like 1990? 89? Something like that. That's old. I still have my original My Little Ponies with my Gem and the Holograms and other stuff. Wow, I really needed an older brother. Anyways, I have She-Ra, you know?
It could be worse if you grown up to be a Transformer fan today.
That's true. I still have all my original Transformers too. I have a lot of old stuff. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you know. I'm a child of the 80s. Yes, rarity.
Out of the main 6, which one of us is your favorite?
Rainbow Dash.
And he left.
I know. I saw. I was like, oh, don't leave.
He'll be back.
Little flyers from.
Let's see. My brother's was Applejack. Like he liked Applejack. He would have loved you.
We all love Applejack.
My sister likes. I'm trying to think. Like, what's my sister like? She likes. Oh, she likes Pinkie Pie. Like yesterday, she kept singing like randomly. She'd be like, "Winter wrap up."
Let's finish our holidays here.
I'm like, totally, that's it, you know? I love it. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Okay, questions. You were first, so what up?
I didn't know nothing about My Little Pony until 2 weeks ago, so could you educate the ignorant on these matters?
Oh my gosh.
That accent is real.
Are you serious?
I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
Oh my gosh, that's so epic. Oh my gosh, that is epic. Everybody told me if you want to talk like a person from Kentucky, you like clench your teeth together and say like howdy brother. So it's like, howdy brother, you know? I'm sorry, that's terrible. Yeah, I was kind of going over that a little bit about My Little Pony. I originally was an incarnation of the 80s. It was all about ponies and songs. They always had songs in it. And so when they decided to redo it and reboot the system for the My Little Pony, they said, well, we have to add music in it. It's got to be catchy. It's got to be fun. But let's make it more edgy. Let's make it more about teamwork. And that's why they call it Friendship is Magic. Because before it was all about these magical things that would never ever occur in life. And now it's actually more true to life. Like they have more real life scenarios of like situations you might actually be in that you'd want to know, how would I settle this, or I'm having a fight with this person, how would I settle it? Well, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you either. Huh? I'm gonna eat an apple.
Spokesman, speaker, sir.
Yes, yes.
Should like be taking notes, be on paper.
You guys are so cool.
You can write up your dossier for a princess.
Oh my gosh, that's so. I'm like just impressed with you guys. And then when's the cosplay competition? That's tomorrow? Yeah, that's tomorrow, right? I think it's tomorrow. Cosplay competition. Yeah, everybody dresses up. And yes, you!
Yeah, it's a two-question thing. Can
Sure.
you fit inside of a chimney and think in it?
Whoa, say that again?
Can you think inside of a chimney?
Can I think inside of a chimney?
Yes. Can you think inside of a chimney?
Yes.
Are you sure? And the second question is, what happens if they were actually gonna put in all this other stuff that, other than the derpy hood things like Lyra and Bon Bon into that stuff? I mean, like they've been showing Lyra and Bon Bon a lot more often.
I'm not sure why. I really don't know why. Oh my gosh. I need to watch the show more.
Did you notice in the new episode,
The-
Bonbon had Lyra's sound
The
effects?
Flyers. Those guys, the Special Force guys. The
Wonderbolts.
The Wonderbolts, right. Okay, that. It was like the other day, I was like, what is Spike's name? I was like, Dink? What's his name? Denver? I was like, Denver the Last Dinosaur. Right? He's my friend and a whole lot more.
Hey, job, I get it.
Totally. It depends on like what they're writing. Like when I talk to Lauren, the people who like do the show and everything. Like at Brony I even spoke with all of them. Like I got to speak to everybody. It was awesome. They explain that a lot of the stuff that they do, they want it to be more pop culture because it relates more to people. Whoever they're showing in the episodes, I don't know why why they're showing more of them. But it's just what the script's calling for right now. Season 3 will be epic. It will be really epic. I'm really glad it's been picked up for one more season so far. I'm hoping for more than that. But, have you guys seen the Brony fighting game yet?
Yeah, Friendship is fighting.
Yeah, Fighting's Magic. Is that out yet? Or?
No.
Oh.
Still being developed.
Oh, really? It's not out yet?
They just
Oh,
released
it's
their-
fun.
the
It's so
tracks
much
are great.
fun.
They just had a live
Where?
stream.
At BronyCon, I got to play it. They were showcasing it, and that's why I was like, "Is that released yet?" It was great. It was a lot of fun with the special moves and stuff. But that person was actually great.
So you've heard about season 3. Any word if Discord is going to make this triumphant return yet?
I'm not allowed to say actually.
No.
Sorry.
That's a yes.
I have so many NDAs now. I'm afraid to say my name. Like, an NDA is a non-disclosure agreement where you can't say anything like about the situation or you can get sued. So like, that's a very good question. Next, you just gotta gloss over it. I can tell you that no one will be disappointed. Actually, I just started talking about that before you guys walked in. I said I was upset. I think Hasbro's making a big mistake doing that. Taking him away, like
Getting rid of
they
Derpy.
basically converted him. I like the new voice actors. Like I think that it matches Derpy's voice better. But I'm not happy with the fact that you're talking about how you need to accept everybody and have teamwork and all this stuff, and then we're gonna correct your eyes, we're gonna change your voice, we're gonna make sure you're not going to be called Derpy because that's derogatory. We're
Yeah.
like we need to make you like every other pony, and if you do that, then it's okay to have friendship with them. Like what kind of a message did you just portray to people? I wasn't happy with it. Again, that's my own opinion, not affiliated with actual Hasbro or Sunbun or any corporation thereof. Yes, the Kentucky.
It's kind of off topic, and forgive my ignorance in this matter, but what exactly is a brony and how do you become one?
It's too cool. I wish I could do that accent. A brony, honestly, the literal definition of a brony is a person who likes Friendship is Magic, that My Little Pony version. Okay, they call them like Gen 1 sometimes, like, which is funny, because Gen 1 to me means the original one.
Me too.
But they call them Gen 1. Rainbow Dash, you're my favorite, by the way. Just to let you know.
And the junkie says it all.
Where are you, Jerky?
Oh.
Don't trip! Don't trip!
Dadgummit,
I just don't know what went wrong.
Speaking of which,
Oh my gosh. Yay, Derpy. See, Derpy is like this phenomenon that like became, like, everybody's like, okay, the ponies are cool. And then everybody saw Derpy and they were just like, Derpy's amazing! And then it became like Derpy everything. And like, and then Hasbro's like, well, what do? We need to showcase this pony, you know, because they do listen to the fans, they really do. I mean, Hasbro does. Yes, go ahead.
Because I'm certain you know, can you explain how Derpy started in pilot? For people like our AJ?
Yeah, I was explaining the fact that Derpy was just this pony that just happened to be, when they drew the Flash, they just drew it wrong. They were copying and pasting and doing it, and when they did it, it kind of mixed matched over two eyes. And because of it, one eye was up, one eye was way down. And then some guy singled it out and said, check it out, look what I found, this pony, who's that pony? Well, that's Derpy. Who's Derpy? Well, Derpy hooves, I mean, come on. And it just became from there. And then they tried to change the name to Dipsy Doodle, which somehow that's supposed to be less derogatory. You know, like, Dipsy Doodle? Okay, whatever. As I sound off against this. But, yes?
remember when they were actually getting rid of Discovery Kids, and were a lot of people really getting anticipated for the new channel, the Hub, to replace it?
So you're just wondering, like, what kind of expectations do we have?
No.
for the Hub?
Like, I remember a couple years back, 10. I was actually saw this commercial thing. I saw My Little Pony. Okay, this art style looks familiar. I can't put my finger on it, but then I find out who it was. Have everyone actually remember some of the art styles before you saw My Little Pony commercials?
Yeah, the original art style was way different from what they were going for. They were going to do it in Flash. They knew that, but they weren't sure exactly how they were going to implement it. And there was a lot of talk at the time. They had commercials that were teaser trailers at the time to get you interested in the show. But the final artwork wasn't released until the actual first episode. So I mean,
Yeah,
it happens. I mean, that's a lot of just product stuff. Like, a lot of times you'll see box art for video games and things, and it'll say art not final because they don't want you to think like, oh, that's what it's going to look like. Because sometimes they change the whole thing at the last second.
I was supposed to have wings! That's crazy!
Oh my
I can
god.
fly at parties, I can fly at parties. Derpy, your birthday would have been so awesome! I could have followed around and have her from crashing into things. Muffins? There were muffins! Yeah!
Oh my gosh. You need a picture. Just gonna take one while I'm on here.
Hey, Warky,
Go ahead.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
A lot of my friends that are into the whole My Little Pony thing, they are really mad about Princess Celestia and her character being in the show. What do you think of her?
I was kind of like, after the first episode, you didn't really expect Celestia to ever really keep being in it. And then she just was like there. But I think that works for the show. Because, you know, it's showing that they have like a hierarchy, you know?
But they didn't have that in the original, and that's why a lot of my friends are upset.
Is that why? She wasn't there originally? Who cares? I mean, this is a whole new friendship of magic.
I know, that's what I said. I was like, I don't
Give
see
me a
problem.
break, man. I was like, you can't do everything the same or else it'd be the same show.
Right?
wasn't she a queen before?
She wasn't the character before.
Yeah, it was just talked about. The girl, Sam, I think her name was?
Yeah.
Samantha, whatever. She mentioned about how Celestia was around or something. And don't forget, I mean, Oh my gosh, I haven't seen the show in like 20 years, and I'm trying to remember episodes now.
Ditto.
You want the coins? Like they get all these coins, they're magic coins, and they stop making it rain.
First off, I was a young boy. I couldn't be caught dead watching My Little Pony or ever admit it.
Well, like it was weird because My Little Pony came on right after He-Man, and like right before like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So what am I gonna do for that half hour?
Right?
You know, they knew what they were doing. It's like I ain't leaving the TV. What the heck? My new show's coming on, and I just finished a cool one. But well, fun art. There's always another rainbow. The songs back then were so cheesy. It's so funny. It was like, you know, the sea ponies. They're Shooby-doo, shoo-shoo-be-doo. Then you guys are gonna look this up. Look up sea ponies.
I don't like
I
that.
got the
The
song.
sea ponies. They're like, come and swim
I only like
with
the
sea ponies. There will be
So
alright.
I'll definitely
When you meet
My
the
Little
sea
Pony now,
ponies.
Princess Magic over.
It was really fun stuff, but it was just so cheesy back then. I think the differences between the old My Little Pony and the new ones are just so extreme now that the only same thing that they have are that there's ponies and then Spike. Except Spike is cooler now. Spike was kind of a dork back then.
Good, Spike. Looking real good.
Spike really just kind of got it rough. He always did. Like, he'd always try to help out. It would end up that he would be the reason, like, he was like the Derby of the day. Like, and he tried and tried to, like, help out as much as he could, but then it just never worked out. And, like, it was always, it was awful. I mean, this poor dinosaur, like, all the time, just nothing goes right for this guy. At least now he's, like, super important and, like, part of this, you know, the whole, like, order of the... I mean, that's it. Like, okay, he's got a role now, and he's like, I'm glad they kept Spike. That meant something to me. I'm glad they got rid of Samantha. No offense to the voice actress who played her. I thought she did very well at that. It's just, the character just annoyed me.
Where did the humans go?
Where did the humans go? Over the rainbow.
Enchantress, she does evil dancing.
I love where this is going, you know? It's a... Brony panels, my gosh. There is a... Okay, there's a voice actor named Josh Greeley. Josh Greeley does like Bakken Test and Soul Eater, Dragon Ball Z, Kenichi, all that stuff. So he's really epic. He's a total brony. And like him and I are good friends, and we always laugh. His favorite is Rainbow Dash. And so I actually did a song parody of My Little Pony to My Little Brony, and just for him, which I accidentally posted. It's like instead of just posting on, like I posted on his wall, thinking I was just sending him a message, and yeah, that got like 50,000 hits. I was like, it's not very good. But you know, my little brony, my little brony.
Did it make it to YouTube? I think I heard it covered.
I had a lot of people who did. I swear I have the file. There's so many songs in here. I do parody like constantly. I'll take it off. No, I'm not saying it. I do jokes all the time, like constantly. It doesn't matter what it is. I'll just make a joke about it. Like, let's do it. No, I took it off. That's sad. I took it off so that I could like replace it with the Muppet soundtrack. Which, okay. Question, yes.
One last question for me before I go.
Okay.
You said you did like parodies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of Master of Zolmark?
Yeah.
Have you saw Twilight wreaks havoc on Brodyville?
Yes, that's right.
Oh man,
That's like, that's good stuff. Just random parodies that people have done, like all over YouTube. I mean, there are tons. I mean, even Weird Al, like, noticed the My Little Pony, like, polka one. But, like, the person tried to, like, lip sync with the show. And Weird Al, like, tweeted about it. Like, they had, like, 4 hits on it, and then Weird Al tweeted about it, and then it got, like, 2.something million. It was like, yeah, you just kind of made that person, like, have, like, the most popular YouTube channel, like, all week. But and question, yeah.
You see when Hitler was pissed about Derby being changed?
Say that again.
Did you see when Hitler was pissed about Derby being changed?
Oh my gosh, yeah. He's like, what? Nine? What? that movie clip that everyone knows. Right, it's what Derby? No. I love it when people. That clip is so famous, and it's been so overdone and redubbed. And like my friend who's German, like he was watching it for the first time about Derby, and he goes, "That's not what he's saying. He's talking about some battle or something." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "No, it's just a joke. It's just a joke." He goes, "This is a serious movie." Like, he's like upset. He's like, "He's not saying anything about Derby hoops." What the like, didn't get it. It was really funny.
You should see that movie Downfall. It's pretty good, but I think it's R.
Yeah, well, that's where it's from, right?
Yeah.
The movie is called Downfall. It's rated R, so get your parents' permission. Or Netflix.
It's also really sad.
Yeah, or Clear Play. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys got Clear Play out here. I'm from New York. We don't have Clear Play. Good gravy. Clear Play with PBS. Give me that. Yes, Pinky.
Marky, I was talking to Rarity, and she and I both think you look way better in person than your picture. Why did you pick that one?
On my Facebook?
No,
Or like
here.
what? Wait, what picture?
In the program.
Oh, in that one?
Uh-huh.
In the program? I was like, where? Like,
Yes.
I have pictures everywhere. That's a.
Well, Rarity thinks so.
Aw, thanks, guys.
You're sure?
Yeah, I think it does.
Why don't... She was saying she doesn't look stage poses. You look better naturally.
I think I'm a lot more fun naturally, but that was just how they did it. I had to get headshots and stuff, and they just made me do that. I wasn't happy with it.
I'm glad it's not a photo of you. That's you. Sorry.
I love you guys. It was so talk after.
He's hard apple cider.
Dude, your accent is just amazing. That really is real.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh.
Traffic capital
It's just too cool. I'm sorry, I'm getting all fangasming. Whatever. Is that a word?
It is now.
Did I just make this 18 plus? Oh my god. I guess other aspects of My Little Pony, I mean, everybody knows Doctor Who's, you know, the whole Doctor Who referencing behind that. There's more of them, which I can't think of at the moment. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, the Big Lebowski reference.
Yes, right, yeah,
yes,
that's right.
that was awesome.
That's right, Big Lebowski reference.
Pepe Le Pew.
Say it again?
Pepe Le Pew.
Oh yeah. See?
Pepe Le Pew.
Oh yeah, Pepe Le Pew. Yeah, that was funny. I laughed at that. I was like, oh my gosh. Just,
Back to the Future one.
wait, there's a Back to the Future one? I missed this.
It was in quotes.
Oh.
We were talking about it, I mentioned it. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's right. The Flim Flam Brothers. That's right. I like how they're incorporating that into the world so that people outside of it can get it, and if you don't get it, you still have fun, you know?
Oh, Rarity's song is an 80s song by, I'm sorry, I forget who.
Barbra Streisand. I was gonna say Streisand.
Twilight knows. Twilight knows.
Twilight knows everything about Barbara.
I saw it on
The end of the end of Into the Gala
Onto YouTube.
referenced Into the Woods.
Yep.
Okay, so tell me, what are some of your like favorite things about My Little Pony? Raise your hand. Tell me something. Like, what's your favorite thing about it?
Remind me when I was a lazy-eyed little girl who tripped on my feet.
Oh my gosh.
It reminds me of being a little kid. That's what I like about My Little Pony.
Did you hear that, guys? She likes My Little Pony because Derpy reminds her of when she was a kid. Lazy eyed little girl who just kind of tripped over things. And see how cool you are now? But I mean, like, you're here coming, like sharing that. Like, that's cool, you know? I'm glad that you have a character you can relate to. That's why I don't think they should change Derpy. I think that's sad. It's like saying, well, you know, if you change, suddenly you're good. You're okay. Yeah. You know, like Cookie Monster or Veggie Monster. You know, like, really? Like, no. Snuffleupagus used to be, like, imaginary. Now he's real. which no one gets either. Other favorite parts? Question? Well, you guys, obviously, the whole show is. Yes, Kentucky.
You find it odd that they were such a decent thing about Derby, but they didn't say nothing about the episode where they introduced their owner?
You know, it's true. They should have said something about that one.
Yeah, that one's kind of
They
not
introduced
subtle.
Zakura.
Yeah, they're not. That's exactly right. They're not even subtle. Like they're just like, no, here we are, blatant.
This is
But
totally,
Derpy's offensive.
this is totally not a stand-in for a tribal African. No, no.
It's just not really. Not really. The foot thing, right? The foot thing. Right, exactly. Did anybody see? I know that the Equestria Girls, the song parody that they did, with the original voice actors. Yeah, with the original voice actors. I can't remember her name now. She's gonna kill me. The girl who plays Rainbow Dash and Applejack.
Ashley Ball.
Ashley. Oh my gosh. I was talking to Ashley about it. She's just like, oh, it's so much fun. She's like, it's so much fun to record that stuff. And just how enjoyable it is. Like she goes, she can't believe it. She said at first it was really overwhelming. That like the fans like went crazy for it. And she's like, now we love doing the parodies, but you know, there's a lot of royalty things and problems with it. Yes, Rarity. You know, I don't know, but it sure sounds like him. Which I think would be epic if he did it. Snoop Dogg, Brony. Look, Snoop Brony.
You said there've been a lot of My Little Ponies before this one.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's so many different versions of what you call Bronies?
Well, okay, the 80s version of it appealed to that generation. It did. And there was a huge market for it and everything. It lasted years of even on a movie, theatrical release. That's huge. Especially back in the day. Then it died out. It just did. The generation grew up and there wasn't really anything to do. So then they suddenly went, oh, let's computer graphic them and we'll make CG ponies. It didn't work because the storyline sucked. They did. They were awful. I heard. And, wow, that was in minutes of guilt. So they just were awful. They were not like the same kind of caliber. They had really cheesy dialogue and they weren't cute. They were more like aggravatingly annoying. They'd be like, oh no, we need to help. That's the right thing to do. Let's go save her.
Compelling.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, your voice actors suck. I was really angry. I was like, I don't even know who voiced them. But they're ashamed. I mean, they should be ashamed. Maybe they are ashamed. I don't know. But I blame the vocal director for that one. Because, you know, especially when it's prelay, that annoys me more. Like when you dub an anime or something, when they dub it, it's overlay. So you have to match the mouth flaps and all that stuff. Fine. But when you're doing it prelay, so you're animating it after you get the files, your mouse will match. There's no reason it doesn't match at that point. That's lazy. Just saying. Maybe they ran out of money. The show was obviously low budget. The characters weren't good. They weren't compelling. The stories, they sucked. All the stories were just awful. There were no good ones. There was no adventure. There was no protagonist. There was no. We're just gonna talk about funny things and go on for 30 minutes, you know. And then they said, okay, this obviously isn't working, and nobody likes the dolls. This sucks. Hasbro's getting worried. What do we do? Well, okay, let's release some old 80s cartoons on DVD to get more money, and then we'll try and reboot the series. So they did. And then that's when they said, Lauren, whatever her last name is. Thank you. I was like, I only know them by first names, I'm sorry. But Lauren approached Hasbro and said, look, I've got this great new script, this plot. I'd like to do it in Flash. Here's my prototypes. What do you think? And these are great. These are really good. Get people. Go ahead. Do your thing. So she, started figuring out people and started putting it together. And then Hasbro said, you know what, this is going to be great. Let's do it. And they said the scripts were good. And they got the composer, whatever his name is.
Daniel Ingram.
Thank you. I was like, Danny. They got Danny to do the music, and Danny loves writing the music. He was talking about how he just sits there sometimes. All of a sudden he'll be in the middle of the night, wake up, and be like, I have to write this song. It's epic. And as he said, he's at the end of season 2. The last song is really amazing. He's really proud of this one. You're gonna like it.
I waited forever for smile, 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 smile.
But I think the appeal of just the new one is just simply, it's got to be pop culture references. It's a whole new generation, and I think people were looking for something that, like, I mean, don't forget, there's also furries and furrydom, and so people are like assuming that the Brony-dom is part of the furries, which I don't think it is, even though it can be. Yeah, quote unquote. But it's an itch of all on its own, and honestly, the majority of people who started watching it were the furries. I think that's why it kind of got crossed into it. Don't quote me on it. That's probably a Wikifur or something, Wikipedia reference. But so the appeal, I mean, started out there, and then they would get their friends involved, and they started hanging out, and it was like, dude, watch this episode with me, and then they started having parties, and they showed it at FurryCon, and then it just kind of stemmed from that. And then it just spread like wildfire, and then it became an obsession. Like someone said, they're like, I realized that the culmination of my life and career, where I've been, suddenly just dawned on me with the realization of, I'm hanging out on live chat, and we're all watching the season finale of My Little Pony. And I'm with a bunch of 30 to 40-year-old men. It's like, and it was worse, because it's like, at least with WoW, you know, we had World of Warcraft, okay, there's something cool about that, okay, we got Knights of the Old Republic, alright, we got that. Little Pony, oh. And then that's like, well, how do you feel afterwards? It's like, I don't care, man, it's too cool. This show is just epic. All in all, no matter what fandom you like, no matter what you watch, no matter whatever your tastes are, the one thing I definitely just want to tell you guys, I'll tell you, just the one thing I definitely want you guys to understand and leave, like, taking this with you, is just simply be who you are. You know, always be who you are. You like the show, you like the show. Don't let somebody else tell you, oh, that's stupid or something, and then you're like, well, maybe I shouldn't watch it. Because in your heart, you're still going to watch it. You know? And then if you know somebody else that's got like a weird... I love you, people. Man, you're a good hugger. Okay, anyways. But seriously, all in all, I mean, guys, just be who you are and never be ashamed of it, you know? I mean, these guys are all dressing up. Oh, wow. I mean... And then, I don't expect you to go out in the middle of public like that. You will, but, you know.
I'm wearing this to school Monday.
Without the horn. And then later he'll be like, no, I'm totally keeping the horn in my backpack. Just, you know, be who you are and don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. And don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in, too. You know, I mean, we have petitions going on, Save Derpy and all that, you know. If you believe in that, save Derpy. You know, go for it. And, like, spread the word. I mean, you guys are a powerhouse. You guys are voices. I mean, before, people always want to get involved, but if you did, you were on lists, and you were crazy, and you had picket signs, you know, and Michael Bay stopped making movies, you know, things like that. Like, just say, that's Michael Bay. You know, stop that night, Shyamalan, Ding Dong, whatever it is. Good gosh, please stop making movies. That's just my opinion again. I mean, you might like his movies. You might. I don't, but you might. But like I said, like, you know, that's my opinion. I'm not afraid to say, look, I don't like this movie. Sixth Sense, that was great. After that, no. It's like those one-hit wonders, you know, on the radio. It's like, you know they're not going to make any more music because they realize they shouldn't. But then, like, you have these directors who make one good movie, and all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, Rebecca Black. Is anybody here Mormon? Really? I've noticed a trend with, like, Mormons and My Little Pony, that's why I was wondering. Like, no joke. Yeah, I just thought that was... Wait, what? I've noticed that more Mormons, like, if you're Mormon, like, however it is, they give a percentage saying who watches My Little Pony, and it was really high. It's like 80% of, like, the people who are Mormon will watch the show. So, I mean, I was like, okay, that's a weird statistic, but okay. What the check about? me in a past life.
I see the resemblance. There's a little bit left.
Somebody put my face on that in Photoshop too. I have to admit, I get fan mail that makes me crack up. I love you guys. I did a lot of different things. Some of the stuff I've seen. My dad, he was downloading me the other day, and well, I mean, that sounded so wrong.
I get it.
Like people took. I teach para. I teach Japanese dancing, so like in sync motion, use your hands. And there's this part in the para where you have to go like this. You're punching the air, to the rhythm, which is fine. Some guy took it and slowed it down and like added like these demonic tones to it, and photoshopped like red eyes, like I was hypnotizing the people dancing because they were all mimicking me. And so he's like, look at the power the chocobo wields. He's the Antichrist. We need to kill him. My dad goes, what the blank? He's like, I found something you should probably take a look at. I was like, Dad, what the heck? He's like, well, I downloaded the pictures because I didn't have any of those like before from you. So it was so funny because he posted all these pictures. I was like, well, I don't have these of me. So he started downloading me. Then I reported the site because you can't really do that. It falls under libel or slander or something. Because some crazy stuff like Antichrist and try to kill me. Because I like Japanese dancing. So it's been taken down. It's now a porn site. Like it took like 2 days. It became a porn site. It's like because you have to go back and check, and I was like, my dad's like, well, that's better. It was not me. No, it was not still me on the porn site. At that point, man, there would have been some court issues there. Unless it was a really good Photoshop, in which case. I'm off, I'm sorry. I'm getting all these notifications still. Happy birthday, blah, blah, blah.
Is it your birthday?
Yesterday was my birthday.
How old is you?
I turned old. It's my unbirthday now.
Everyone, happy birthday. Now.
Oh my gosh. It's okay, don't worry. But, guys, we're just about out of time, so, just, if you see each other in the halls, like right now, you guys are all part of something together. If you see each other, give each other a bro hoof. Be like, bro hoof! Or you can do the other thing which people like to do, and they scream. They're like, Brony! I was like, I've seen that a lot of cons. How many balloons do you have?
Like 5 packages.
I think you need more alternate dimensions.
Yeah, those peace bonded, those things are dangerous. Your horns peace bonded. But guys, seriously, look around.
I should give him my confetti
make
cannon
friends,
tomorrow.
Find each other on Facebook, do that kind of stuff. Because, you guys are local. This is the Denver area. So, if you guys are all bronies, go watch these seasons together. Have a party,
We have some of the problems.
See, there's a Skype group, a forum, a Facebook page. Wow.
Yeah, Colorado Bronies.
Oh, cool. Well, there you go. If you want to Skype in on any kind of brony chat.
Fluttershy won't be here till tomorrow.
Alright. Guys, thank you so much for coming to the Brony panel. I hope you guys, had a little fun and enjoyed it and learned something new about each other, as well as yourselves. So this is the wrap up. You know what I mean. Anyway, guys, come back for, I don't know what's next, but I know opening ceremony is at 5. Definitely come and see us there. It'll be in this room. Alright?